What is up, guys? It's Jake from Team Insanity, and I'm doing a video, and it's not going to be done yet because Jacob's being an asshole.
You want me to throw this hammer at you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can dodge wrench, can dodge hammer. Dodged it. Hey guys, it's Jake from Team Insanity. And first off, go follow us on the forums. Go make an account, and we have a forum. Pretty cool stuff. Go on the website; it's there. And we also have a Snapchat, Team Insanity PB. Follow it, and also an Instagram.
Team Insanity.
Follow it, yeah. And a second community channel where you can upload your own video as well. I upload it, but you send it in to us. More details about that, all that good stuff. So I'm going to be talking about buying, selling, and trading, BST. So we always talk about that in the Ask Us Anything video. You always hear me and Jacob and Nick and anyone else in the Ask Us video basically say, buy a used axe, buy a used ego, buy use this, that, and the other thing. But people are always just like, I don't know how to buy used stuff. So I'm going to go over a few of the basics, sort of, on how to buy used, because let me tell you, your market for buying new is this big. It's basically google.com going on to a few websites that sells paintball stuff brand new, and that's it. That's what your options are. Okay, your options used is basically those guns plus all the, depending upon what your price range is, plus a lot of other stuff. The best, most ideal price range, personally, I would have to say is $550, 500 bucks. Your possibilities are amazing for what you can get for your money. Amazing stuff, and I'll go into that all later. Basically, BST stands for buy, sell, trade. So if you're looking to buy, sell, and trade things, used, all that stuff, definitely you're gonna have to sign up for a BST group. There's a few online. If you're looking for old school stuff, pumps, autocockers, McCarter Brown's the place to be. That's the best one. I don't really recommend it if you're gonna be, doing other things such as electronic guns or anything else. I mean, they do have a forum for it, but a lot more autococker, old pumps, old school stuff. Another one, obviously the biggest one, being PB Nation. And once you start getting into the online forums, like their own websites, it definitely gets very, very confusing. There's definitely there's its own language. It took me a few months to really adjust and actually figure out what people were saying, because there's a lot of abbreviations, there's a lot of things, and you're just like, the hell does this mean? So there's a lot of ways. It's very confusing and it's overwhelming at first. I do understand that. It is very, very overwhelming at first, but it's worth it in the end. There's also the Tech PB one, or you can go to our forum. We have one. We have a buy, sell, trade part in it. And so basically, I'm going to go over the language a little bit first. So there's people that are going to say, one of the biggest things is going to be bump. You're going to see people say bump, and then what that means is like you have the option to bump your post. So say your post is like near the bottom of the list, you can bump. People put bump, a period, an up symbol, that kind of stuff. So it goes up to the top of the list, so people viewing the page get to see it, basically. That's what all bump means. There's SIG for PB Nation, signature. That means they want you to click on their signature, and it takes you to whatever they want you to trade. There's brand new in the box, basically is what brand, B, new, N, in the box, brand new in the box, B-I-N, I have to think about that, brand new in the box, brand, B-N, brand new in the T box. So people put that all the time. People also put slightly used, all that kind of stuff. So just look out. There's a lot of, I just had a little bit of a brain fart, but there's a lot of different languages. It's going to take you some time to get used to. I would definitely go on, like, I think Tech PB or PB Nation, one of them, they have like its own like abbreviation, like thread. I definitely go look at that. But if you're just starting out and you're looking to go into the buy, sell, trade, what I personally recommend, my favorite is the Facebook BSTs. And the reason why is that a lot of people have Facebook, and it's really, really easy. You probably check Facebook at least once every hour, depending upon who you are, if not more. But you're on Facebook a lot, and it pops up right up on your news feed right there. So you go ahead and join a group. The other thing is, with Facebook, that PB Nation and Tech PB don't really have, say you want to buy a dye gun. You go join a Dye Paintball Buy Sell Trade group. It's pretty simple. You want to buy a Plain Eclipse gun, you go join a Plain Eclipse Buy Sell Trade group. So I would definitely recommend going onto the Facebook BSTs because it's all right there. You can check, you can creep on your old high school friends that you want to creep on. You can creep on your creepy ex, and you can look at paintball shit at the same time. It's the best thing in the world. And I'm in a ton of paintball buy sell trade groups on Facebook. That's really the only way that I deal now. I also find the best deals on the Facebook. The other thing is that if you do somehow get scammed, if the person's not that smart, which normally they aren't, they probably have all of their information on Facebook. Okay, they're going to have their hometown, they're going to have their home field, they're going to have all their friends on there. You can probably track down their parents. It's pretty damn easy to track down the person if they scam you. That's what I like a little bit more about Facebook. People also put their phone number on there. I mean, it's all, their whole life is right there in front of you, quite honestly. That's why I like the Facebook. Now, there is one group, there's two groups that I think every paintballer should be in. Well, one group is, there's two. There's How Big is Paintball? If you're a new paintballer, I definitely say stay away from How Big is Paintball for a little bit until you gain some knowledge about things, because you will get absolutely trolled and tore apart depending upon the time that you post and who's there and who's looking at stuff. And there's Paintball Talk About It. Go join that one. That one's really, really strict compared to How Big is Paintball. How Big is Paintball is a fun group. If you're just looking at just having a fun time and posting funny paintball stuff, there's a lot of really funny stuff on there. There's basically no moderation. Now there's one mod, and she basically just makes sure that no porn gets posted. So it's still a Wild West page, which makes it a lot of fun. But stay away from that page if you're new. That kind of stuff, don't post. Hey guys, I'm looking for a cool sniper rifle paintball gun. You'll get absolutely destroyed. So don't go posting there right away. But yeah, like I'm saying, there's a lot of Facebook BSTs I would highly suggest going into, and I'd look at it all on your news feed right there. Another thing, when you're going into your deal, you're definitely going to have a PayPal account. Make sure you can set one up. If you're a younger person, make sure that your parents have one, cousin, aunt, uncle, grandparents, dog, someone has one at least. So you can at least deal. You want to be quick. You want to make sure that you have the money. You don't want to fool around, say I'm going to get paid next week or blah, 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 and give people the runaround. It's just going to give you a bad name. You don't want to do that to yourself, because then people aren't going to want to deal with you. They're not going to want to sell things or buy things or do anything with you. So don't do that. Be very professional. Basically, that's the best thing that I could say about that. I mean, you just want to be very professional. You want to be very prompt with payment. But the other thing is, don't gift your payment. A lot of people are worried about being scammed and all that stuff. PayPal is actually a really cool way so you don't get scammed, basically. So if you go off of PayPal, send your payment as goods and services. Don't gift it, because if you gift it, PayPal is just like, oh, you're just being a very generous person and just giving this person money. If you gift it, the person doesn't send you the gun, PayPal ain't gonna do nothing. You're kind, open-heartedly handing someone free money is basically how PayPal does it. I've gifted to two people. I've gifted to DJ and I've gifted to Chris. And I've gifted to three, and we've gifted to Joe, because we know them and we know them personally. So if you don't know them personally, don't gift. You are going to have to pay some fees, but it's worth it in the end, because if they don't ship your gun, or if you get a broken gun or something like that, basically you can freeze their whole entire bank account. You can freeze their PayPal, so they can't do anything. It's actually really cool, and then you get your money back one way or another. It's actually really, really cool. So definitely don't gift your payments. Another thing is, if you're worried about getting scammed, take every single precaution that you can possibly take. The deal seems too good to be true. It probably is. If they are selling a Geo 3.5 for $500 gifted, that's a red flag, okay? Don't do that. Definitely pay fees. That's why I always say pay the fees, because it's probably a little bit too good to be true. It's probably a little fishy. You know, they're probably trying to get a little bit of money just be smart. Just be on the lookout for that kind of stuff. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. You just don't want to just go and throw your money at something stupid like that, because you will get scammed and you will get taken advantage of. But if you take simple precautions, asking them for pictures. If you think the person that's not their gun, ask them. Be like, hey, send me a picture with it on a note card, or send with the gun underneath of a note card, so you know that it's not photoshopped, unless if it's photoshopped really good. Take the bolt out, put the note card, their name, date, all that stuff. Make sure that they do that kind of stuff. Ask for very specific pictures that you can't get off of Google Images, okay? Do that kind of stuff. You won't get scammed. Ask for a shooting video, them airing it up. And when I mean airing it up, I mean the air being completely off and them turning on the ASA, because if it has a leak, you can always stop leaks sometimes if you air it up and shoot it and dry fire it, and sometimes you can make guns temporarily stop leaking. So you want to make sure that you have a video of them airing it up, showing you that the eyes work, showing you eyes off, making sure that it shoots, all that kind of stuff. Now basically, why we recommend use is because you can get high-end guns for very, very cheap, for half the price, okay? I've seen LV ones going for $700, okay? That's a great deal. Now, why I say the ideal price range for someone is $550, because you have so many options, I can't even tell you. You can buy a used Vanquish 1.5. I've seen them going cheaper. You can buy a used DM14. Basically, any used DM after that, can buy it with even cheaper. You can buy all the used DM14s for $550. I've seen them going for that all day long. Geo3s, they're still holding their value right at $600, $650. You can get 3 or 2.1s for that. But the Geo3s, they're kind of in there. But I mean, Ego 11s, G6Rs, basically a lot of Bob Long guns. Not the Onslaught, but you can get like the Bob Long Insight for under $500 sometimes, which is a great gun. You're getting a 12. I bought my VCOM with a brand new VIS in it that was never shot, okay? The VIS itself is like $200 brand new or something. I got my VCOM with the spool engine, with the extra bolt, and a barrel kit, with 3 extra backs, for $550. The gun itself is $1,200 or $1,250 or something stupid like that. I got that plus more for $550. So as you can see, you get your money's worth, and it's used. That's all. It's still good. It's just someone owned it before you. But like I said, just take the proper precautions to make sure that you don't get scammed and you get what you're paying for. You just want to ask if it has any scratches, if it has any leaks, that kind of stuff that you're going to be concerned about. But literally $500, $550, you can get a lot of stuff in the used price range that you can't get new. Okay, you're kind of stuck at like an E-Tech 5, an Axe, the reflex rails. You're kind of stuck right there. JT Impulses. Why would you do that when you can buy a used DM14? It's not DM15, but it's going to shoot better than the reflexes. It's going to shoot better than the E-Techs. You can get an Ego 11, just an extra $100 or $2. You can get an LV one that's going to shoot better than the E-Tech 5. So as you see, you're saving money. You're getting a great deal. The only thing, personally, I don't buy masks used. That's just me. One of the things is I like to physically see the mask in person if I'm going to wear it. The other thing is, like, if you are going to buy a mask used, be warned, have them send pictures of foam. It's kind of hard to see scratches in pictures, that kind of stuff. Another thing is, if you plan on buying a mask used, ask if it was in a house, ask if they smoked, because if they're a smoker, your mask, you're going to put your mask on and you're not going to want to breathe. If you don't smoke, you're not going to like that. You're going to hate that. I can tell you countless times where I've seen people wanting refunds because they put their mask on and they feel like they're smoking, because it's just covered in nicotine or cigarette smoke or whatever, and people don't like that. It's not coming out of the foam, and it's just not worth it. So that's another thing with used masks and that kind of stuff. Other than, I mean, clothes after you wash it a few times, that's no big deal, but I mean, you can't, it's going to stick to the plastic really, really good. So that's why I don't personally buy used masks, because I mean, and people sweating that all the time. That's just me. And the other thing is I don't really ever see that good of deals going on masks that I'm just like, damn, I have to buy that mask. I don't really ever see that big of a deal, you know, maybe 50, 60 bucks for diaphragms. Every now and then, yeah, sure, I see some nice masks going used every now and then. Obviously, if you want a specialty mask like zebra grills, can't really find those new. I mean, you really can't. So you have to buy stuff like that, used specialty stuff like that. That's different story. But like I said, don't buy really masks used. That's just me personally. I buy guns, and I don't really buy soft goods used either, unless if I can really see the product, because again, someone might try to pull one over real quick, not show you a hole in it, not show you that the threads are coming out on your arm pads, all that kind of stuff. So really, I just try to stick to used guns, but you can do used soft goods. That's just completely up to you. Go do ahead, that buyer, I mean basically buyer be warned, you know, ask all the questions that you think that you're going to want to know, educate yourself, do all that kind of stuff, so you get what you're paying for. And you're going to save a ton of money. I bought hoppers used. I bought a die rotor for 60 bucks. Okay, I bought a used boomstick for 100 bucks. I've bought all kinds of stuff very, very cheap, and I found some really good deals on stuff. And you do save a lot of money, and it's a good way to collect guns and use a bunch of different guns like all of us at Team Insanity have. And it's a good way. Buy sell trades are great. Go join them on Facebook first and just get used to it. You don't even have to buy. You know, if you're just looking to just look around and just see what's out there, just join a ton of groups. Just see which ones have a ton of members, join them, and just see how often people post and see what they're posting. Get a wide range on what things are going for in prices, and see how people negotiate, all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, another thing, PM means private message. So when people say PM me, they mean message them privately, you know, like go to their profile and hit, you know, message. So that's another thing. And just get used to the language. That's what I really recommend. And when you are ready to buy, just don't gift your payment. Ask for proper, you know, identification of the marker, all that good stuff. Get good pictures of it, and just, you know, be very smart about it. Be passive too. And don't be that guy that goes and offers $400 for a $700 gun. Don't be that guy either. So, you know, just educate yourself. Go look on, you know, Facebook groups, all that stuff. When you get better, go on to PB Nation, all that fun stuff. But yeah, there's a lot to it. But I hope this video helps you start to get ready. Like I said, $550. You're in such a good ideal price range. You can get some of the best guns in the paintball market for amazing deals, honestly. So I always recommend buying used. We always say it on the Ask Us videos. Buy used, it's great stuff. If you take proper precautions, you're going to get an awesome deal, like I did with the VCOM, like Nick did with his LV1, Jacob did with all of his guns, basically. So hope that helps out, guys. Any other questions, post it in either our forum or on Facebook, or, you know, message us on Facebook, PM us, or ask us in the comments. We have an Ask Us Anything video segment where you can ask us anything. So thanks for watching. Anything else that you want to add, if you know, are in the forums all the time, go ahead and add whatever you think needs to be added in the comments. So deuces.